There's no denying that Khamzat Chimaev has been a force to be reckoned with in the UFC, but as UFC 319 draws closer, whispers of a potential setback in his highly anticipated clash with Dricus du Plessis have left fans on edge.
I'm still hoping Khamzat pulls out last minute. It's 2 weeks after my fight, so maybe we can still get lucky.
Okay, so we'll get a big win here, and then we're going straight over to UFC 319.
Yeah,
right?
that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Maybe not too nice to make weight again, but
For a while now, Chimaev has been a favorite in the fight community, regarded by many as a future champion. His stunning submission of Robert Whittaker was a highlight that showed just how dangerous he could be in the octagon. But now, with Dricus du Plessis standing in his way, some analysts are predicting that the fight could be more of a challenge than Chimaev is prepared for.
The King of Africa, DDP, taking on Khamzat Chimaev.
I don't know anymore, man. I used to think, you know what, DDP's got him. But Chimaev is truly on a different level. I'm leaning towards DDP. Chimaev is a round one guy.
If Chimaev cannot get him down,
he will.
I think DDP is going to do what he does best. He's going to be awkward.
It's going to be a my turn fight. I think DDP will start the first round with... This might sound like such a casual take. What do you think about DDP shooting on Chimaev? If you shoot at the same time, I'm going to head clash with you. Take fights on your terms.
Yeah.
If he gets the better of you, which he will, and if he takes you down, don't try and get back up if you're going to end up on the ground, but you can decide.
While the world has had its eyes on Chimaev for months, Dricus du Plessis has quietly built up a strong reputation within the UFC, defying expectations since his debut. Du Plessis isn't known for being easily intimidated, and even if he's considered the underdog, he thrives on proving people wrong. That mentality could be the difference maker in this bout, as Du Plessis seems far from fazed by Chimaev's reputation and ferocity.
The Khamzat fight's what I want. I want to take his, it's not even a doubt in my mind. Khamzat is a strong guy, but I know for a fact that he's never felt like this. In this case, he has a gun and I have a tank when it comes to the strength. So there's not a middleweight that's going to out me. It's not going to happen. Once it goes past round 2, it's going to be smooth sailing.
Renowned middleweight fighter Rainier de Ridder is among those who think Du Plessis may pull off an upset. Having trained with both men, de Ridder's insight offers a unique perspective. While many fans and analysts expect Chimaev to dominate early with his high-intensity approach, de Ridder believes that if the fight stretches into the later rounds, Du Plessis might have the edge. He points to Du Plessis' experience in enduring tough fights, suggesting that Chimaev will struggle to finish him in the first few rounds.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm still leaning towards Dricus because of the experience I have with training with both the guys. I just don't see Khamzat finishing him early, and I see Dricus building in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round. I see him edging it out, but we'll see. Hopefully it never happens and I can jump in.
TJ Dillashaw, another UFC veteran, has also spoken about the fight, though his perspective has changed after seeing Chimaev's preparations up close. Dillashaw, who once predicted that Du Plessis' superior cardio would give him the win, has now adjusted his view after Chimaev worked with a strength and conditioning coach, Sam Calavita, who helped revolutionize Dillashaw's own training. Dillashaw suggests that the improvements to Chimaev's cardio, particularly through the introduction of new training methods, will be a game changer. Chimaev is reportedly working harder on making the weight cut less taxing, which should in turn improve his overall stamina. Dillashaw is confident that with his improved fitness and energy management, Chimaev will have the advantage when the fight goes the distance.
How are you going to train Khamzat Chimaev to beat DDP?
Cardio. I just don't think he has the gas tank. If he doesn't finish DDP, to win the fight. Because he's good. He's strong. His grappling's better. He's got good technical striking. I would put a lot more money on Chimaev if he trains the right way for his cardio. If he doesn't train his cardio the right way, I think it's going to be hard for him to put DDP away.
Former UFC champion Khabib Nurmagomedov, who knows a thing or two about dominant fighters, has also given his take on the bout. Khabib is one of Chimaev's biggest supporters, but he's been offering some tactical advice to help his fellow Chechen handle Du Plessis. Khabib believes that Chimaev's striking could be the key to winning this fight, recommending that Chimaev look to outstrike Du Plessis rather than relying solely on his wrestling. According to Khabib, Chimaev's boxing might catch Du Plessis off guard and give him a significant edge in the later rounds, especially if he conserves energy early on.
Не
думаю, что он больше Khamzat. Во-первых, ростом выше, во-вторых, по весу я не думаю, что он так будет большой. Главное, чтобы он заехал. Чикаго же дерется.
Да.
Да, это очень хороший бой. Надо очень стрельнуть, я думаю, что это и проверка хорошая. Знаешь, как боец такой, что если ты его не вырубаешь, он будет драться до конца. Он интересный соперник. Он очень крепкий, он будет драться. Такой своеобразный кикбоксинг, руки-ноги выкидывать. Вот что хорошо, вот что плохо, например, у Дю Плесси. Он не такой точный, но он очень много выкидывает. Я думаю, что мое личное мнение, я бы Хамзату посоветовал бы, чтобы он в стойке дрался с ним.
Но мне кажется, вот как будто вот его стиль такой, что с первых минут атаку, как будто его надо придерживаться, нет, этого стиля?
Прикинь, если я делал бы, я бы посоветовал бы по-другому.
Да.
Вот чисто по боксу пустых, Хамзат лучше. Вот чисто по боксу. Это мое мнение. Просто здесь есть такой момент. Ты можешь сфорсировать события. Там раунд, 2. Но если ты его не финишируешь, ты очень много энергии потратишь. А потом надо в чемпионских боях.
Раунды, да.
А Хамзат не был в чемпионских раундах. Просто Хамзата в боях ты этого не видишь. Например, с тем же с Камару, с тем же с Гилда.
Да.
В поздних раундах он перестает бороться, он уже дерется в стойке. Сперва борется, если не получится, дерется в стойке.
Middleweight contender Jack Hermanson, who knows the grind of going the distance in a fight, also weighed in on the matchup. Hermanson respects Chimaev's strength and early aggression, but he's not convinced that it will be enough to secure a win. He notes that Du Plessis has a high threshold for pain and is tough to break in the early rounds. If Chimaev can't put Du Plessis away quickly, Hermanson believes Du Plessis' cardio and resilience could give him the chance to turn the tide, especially if the fight enters deep waters.
DDP play out, because that's, I think, the fight of the year right there.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be an amazing fight, and I think Khamzat is gonna pull it off. But I do think that, you know, especially early, I think it's gonna be tough for Dricus. But if he can push the fight into the later rounds, I think he can have an advantage. So it's gonna be a really interesting one. But I'll bet my money on Khamzat in that one. But you know, not like some people think that he's just gonna run him over. But I think it's gonna be a tough fight.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's really interesting, especially like you said, if it goes into the later rounds. We've seen DDP go 5 rounds. I know he does look tired, right? Like he has this weird style where he kind of looks like he slows down, but he's going 5 rounds though, right? Like that's something that's kind of interesting. Where I don't believe Chimaev has before. So.
No, exactly, and we have seen like in the was it like the Burns and Usman fight where he looks a little bit more tired in the later rounds. So
Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, one of the most skilled fighters in UFC history, also sees Du Plessis as a potential problem for Chimaev. Johnson, having faced fighters with unpredictable movement and relentless pressure before, thinks Chimaev could struggle with Du Plessis' erratic style. Johnson suggests that if the fight goes to the later rounds, Chimaev may start to tire, while Du Plessis' ability to weather tough moments could allow him to seize control of the fight.
Who you got, Chimaev versus DDP? I've got DDP over Chimaev. I've got Dricus du Plessis winning. I think Dricus survives round 1 and finishes Chimaev in the later rounds. Dricus has a really good fundamental base in jiu-jitsu and submission grappling, and it's something that not a lot of people know about. Dricus is bigger, stronger, I think more gritty and heart. He has more heart than Whittaker by far. He's tougher, he's more durable. He doesn't have the teeth problems that Whittaker had. So I think he's going to break Chimaev in the later rounds.
Yoel Romero agreed with the consensus that Chimaev's wrestling could be the difference maker in the fight, but noted that Du Plessis' ability to grind through adversity makes this a tough challenge for Chimaev.
1640. 1640. Khamzat.
You have what, sorry? Who do you think? 60 Dricus?
16% for Chimaev and 40% for Du Plessis. Yeah, that's a way.
So you think Chimaev, you're kind of slightly leaning towards Chimaev.
Yes.
Why? Why do you think?
Wrestling. The wrestling. The wrestling for Chimaev right now is very, very dangerous.
As we move closer to UFC 319, it's clear that the fight is not a straightforward one for Chimaev. While there's no question about his raw power and tenacity, du Plessis' unpredictability and ability to endure adversity are starting to gain more recognition. Fighters like Ilia Topuria, who have trained with both Chimaev and du Plessis, have spoken about the unpredictable nature of the matchup. Topuria admits that the outcome is nearly impossible to call, while Chimaev's relentless forward pressure will surely test du Plessis' defensive skills. Du Plessis' ability to adapt and break the mold in a fight could give him an unexpected advantage.
Ilia Topuria on Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis fight. Ilia Topuria gave his opinion on the potential title fight between Khamzat Chimaev and Dricus du Plessis. Topuria wished Chimaev and du Plessis good luck as he is friends with both of them.
He's the man. He's a savage. He calls him his shots. He finishes his opponents. When he goes inside the octagon, you know that that guy goes for the finish. He's not looking for the decision. That's why I respect Khamzat. He's a beast. So he deserves to fight for the title as soon as possible. We're gonna have an amazing fight because I love Dricus du Plessis. He's a great human being. I have a great relationship with him. I have a great relationship with Khamzat also. But as a fan of mixed martial arts, it's gonna be a very exciting fight. I hope the best man wins, and I wish best of the luck to both of them.
Brendan Schaub also shares the view that Chimaev's explosiveness will be his best weapon, but only if he can use it effectively in the first few rounds. Schaub expresses concern over Chimaev's stamina, predicting that the size difference between the two fighters could start to work against him if the fight goes past the initial burst of energy. He believes that du Plessis' resilience will give him the chance to find his rhythm and take control if the fight doesn't end quickly.
For that, Khamzat DDP, who you got? I got a feeling DDP wins that.
I have Khamzat.
I don't.
Yeah.
If Khamzat can get done the first round and a half, maybe, I just think that thing goes past the third and DDP takes over. I think he TKOs him.
I think Khamzat is a better striker, and I think Khamzat's a better wrestler, and I think DDP is a killer. But I think it's Khamzat's time.
Could be totally off on Khamzat. He's a minus 200. Dude, take my money.
Really? You got DDP?
Yes. Especially as a dog. I figured it'd be the favorite.
I have to say,
I figured DDP would be like a minus 150. Well, Khamzat, I look at the Gilbert Burns fight. You know, I look at the Kamaru Usman fight. You're like, okay.
Yeah, but he did out wrestle Kamaru.
Tim Welch, a coach with insight into the mental aspect of fighting, suggests that du Plessis could have a psychological advantage in this matchup. While acknowledging that du Plessis may not be as technically polished as Chimaev in some areas, Welch believes that the South African could exploit some cracks in Chimaev's mental game. Welch points to du Plessis' unpredictable movements and relentless pressure, suggesting that if he can throw Chimaev off balance mentally, it could disrupt Chimaev's usual flow and lead to mistakes.
Khamzat versus Strickland too. Khamzat said in training, I submitted him multiple times. In a fight, it's a little different. And Strickland, you've seen Strickland get dumped before. He is an expert at getting up. He's really good wrestling, really good jiu-jitsu. But just like you said, can you survive the first fucking 3 minutes with that dude? Gnarly.
That's fire.
I miss the crazy Khamzat, but now that he's getting into these top 5 elite guys, I mean, it's probably better that he's not crazy Khamzat.
Dude, I mean, that looked like crazy Khamzat to me.
All week being respectful of the press conferences, respectful of like everything.
Yeah.
It was a lot different than he used to be.
DDP has a way of poking at opponents too, though, so you might be able to pull that crazy Khamzat back out of him.
I'd love to see DDP beat him.
Lastly, Israel Adesanya, the former middleweight champion, has offered his take on the fight. Having faced du Plessis himself, Adesanya believes that du Plessis' ability to push through adversity will be key to his success. Adesanya predicts a late finish for du Plessis, suggesting that if Chimaev doesn't win within the first 2 rounds, the fight could begin to favor the unpredictable South African. As the anticipation builds for UFC 319, one thing is clear: this is a fight full of uncertainty and intrigue. Chimaev's explosive nature and sheer power are undeniable, but du Plessis' ability to weather storms, adapt, and capitalize on his opponent's mistakes could make him a serious threat to the undefeated Chechen. With so many experts weighing in on both sides, UFC 319 is shaping up to be one of the most exciting and unpredictable matchups in recent memory. The question remains, can Chimaev live up to the hype, or will du Plessis prove once again that he's a fighter who thrives when the odds are stacked against him?